Harvest season in Iraq is in full swing. As part of the government's grain purchasing program to encourage cultivation, farmers are entitled to sell their produce to state-run silos at a preferential rate. But they face many obstacles.
There is congestion at the silo because of the lab, and the lab results say that some of the products have flaws and cannot pass. Some farmers waited for 10 to 12 days outside the silo doors, and this has caused a lot of frustration among the farmers in this area.
At the heart of these delays lies an entrenched system of corruption. Farmers, traders and government officials told Al Jazeera, "We investigated these allegations." Watched by security and government officials, we gained access to the Rusafa silo and its laboratory. This is where the decision is made on how much money each harvest will fetch. Farmers earn up to $460 per ton for the highest grade of wheat, but they're left empty-handed if their grains don't meet minimum quality standards. This particular harvest was rejected because the lab found lentils inside the sample.
The rate of acceptance is very good, but we've found some quantities that contain lentils.
These statements have startled many, as no lentils are cultivated in the area. Farmers say reports of impurities aim to extort bribes of up to $1,600 per truck. To add further pressure, farmers are left to wait for days, sometimes weeks, outside the silo. Tired of waiting, this small-scale farmer decided to sell his hard-earned harvest to private traders for as little as half the silo price.
The silo says there are flaws, or they'll tell you to come back later, so you keep coming back. It's expensive for you, it'll cost a lot. If you sell it here at the wholesale market, it's better than selling at the silo.
So what do the traders do with the wheat? This wholesaler openly admitted to selling to the silo, which is supposed to deal only with farmers, not traders.
Those who pay will be received, and most of them are traders. This is the truth. It's all about money. If you give money, your product will pass. If not, it will get rejected.
Al Jazeera obtained a parliament report dated April 2020, which confirms that merchants sell wheat under the names of farmers and manipulate the evaluation process in coordination with silo management. The report also found collusion to import cheap wheat from Kurdistan and neighboring countries, which is sold to silos at the preferential price as if it was local produce. We put these allegations to the general manager of the Iraqi Grain Board at the Ministry of Trade.
In
all the silos, we have oversight bodies, and the farmers can complain against any employee, and we will send this employee for investigation. But just based on talk here and there, without evidence, we cannot act.
Iraq is in dire need to develop non-oil sectors of its economy, such as agriculture, and to increase its food self-sufficiency as the country battles the coronavirus pandemic and the fiscal crisis. But to achieve that, the new government will need to tackle corruption and mismanagement in the state's bureaucracy. Simona Foltin, Al Jazeera, south of Baghdad.
Ali Anbouri is a political analyst based in Baghdad and joins us now live from there via Skype. Good to have you with us, Ali. Just how widespread is the problem of corruption within Iraq's agriculture sector?
Hello to you and to all of your viewers. Corruption in Iraq is almost a trademark. It's not only in the agricultural sector, it's everywhere, and it's crippling the Iraqi economy, unfortunately. And the governments of Iraq, including the last government and even the recent government, has not tackled this issue seriously. There are always hearsays that we will fight corruption, we will end corruption, we don't tolerate corruption, but unfortunately corruption is infiltrated in almost everywhere in the governmental system. So one of the problems of Iraq is corruption, which prevents any kind of development or prosperity of this country.
So to encourage Iraqi farmers to produce wheat, the government is buying it from them at a higher price, but that is exacerbating the problem, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, buying it with higher price is an encouragement for farmers to produce wheat, but at the same time, it opens the door for different kinds of corruption. One of them is pressuring the farmers to pay extra money here and there under the table to the governmental employees in order to get their products taken by the government, by the silos. Or on the other hand, they import wheat from neighboring countries or even from Kurdistan, which is of low price, and try to present it as a product of Iraqi farms. And again, this is another way to affect the Iraqi food security. So this is a bigger problem, and it needs to be tackled top bottom.
And is that, as we saw in Sumana's report just a few moments ago about the consignment of wheat there that had lentils in it, is that how a shipment would be tainted with lentils? It's the fact that it's come from perhaps even outside the country and it's being passed off as Iraqi.
This and there are other things which you might analyze the situation. Probably the farmers themselves, they add the lent in order to put more weight into the products. Probably this is an excuse. There is not really meant into it. So lent, into it. So I mean, there are different ways which the governmental employees try to pressure the farmers, and at the same time, I wouldn't say that all the farmers are sincere and honest, and they are not trying to find their ways and cheat their way in order to get profit out of their products.
All right. Good to talk to you. So many thanks indeed. Ali Anbouri there in Baghdad.